we have this Nerf gun that I bought originally as a potential thing to put on the robot. And we haven't done anything with it yet. The cuck jacket. The fuck you mean? Learn a few things. Don't drive through the state at night. Oh, yeah. You did it more for a practical trip than like a road trip where you're trying to be scenic and stuff. Let's bust out this guy. Yeah. Hit the big cities late. You'll either get robbed or you'll have no traffic. One of the two. Depends on if you're on the freeway or not. Alright, Nerf. Let's see what your latest offerings are. I haven't used a Nerf gun since I was a kid, which was a while ago. As far as, like, time goes. Oh, jeez, the whole way. Alright. So here's one such weapon. This is a softball weapon that you guys will be given. They came with... Ooh, they came with extra darts. And they're different colors. Nerf's upping their game. Ever since, nothing has smacked up Nerf's business more than the fact that you can buy 200 bootleg darts for $20 on Amazon. Back in the day, they sold these things way too much. Okay, so wait, does it shoot all of them? Oh, no, just one of them. Isn't that clever? How does it know which one, how does that work? It knows which one to shoot. There must be like a valve or something in there. Ain't that fancy. Alright. Well, we have some potential ideas here. Take it apart. I could take it apart and find out. Not, like, I should be able to put it back together, right? Surely I wouldn't damage a Nerf gun. Actually, wait, there's no screws in this. Wait, why are there no screws? They have pictures of, they have like plastic molded screws on this Nerf gun. But no actual screws? I can see that this has some clips, implying that this part probably you pinch in and pop it off. Ooh, ruins a Nerf gun on chat's vest. Yeah. But I remember when I was a kid, I used to take Nerf guns apart. There's a little piece in there that limits the airflow, and if you take it out, it goes way harder. Yeah, the aesthetic fake screws. Welcome in, L:Q. They left the aesthetic screws, they didn't have any real... There's not any real screws on this thing. Alright, well, I guess I won't take it apart, because... Oh, you know what else I just realized? You see how that trigger bends? I don't know if that even shows up. This isn't even part of the robotic stream. I'm just admiring Nerf technology. This is, like, held in place here. I bet the spring action of the trigger coming back is entirely due to that plastic bending. That's really clever. Yeah, real screws cost money. True. There was probably... This thing was probably, like, snap, snap, and that was it. This, okay, first of all, for being an official Nerf product, this thing was like $5, I want to say. Which, when I was a kid, you couldn't buy any Nerf stuff for $5. And it has 3 shots. This is better than most of the ones I had. This is like the inverse of Lego. Lego has gotten exponentially more expensive. You look at graph over time. When I was a kid, you could get a little pack with like 4 minifigs and a little thing you'd build for $10. I remember we would get, my brother had a lot of the Star Wars ones, and we would stock up our Stormtrooper army by buying them those little like $10 boxes that had like four Stormtroopers in it. Now, that thing's like $25. Nerf, though, they were like, we have too much competition. They cut down entirely. This thing's way cheaper. Anyway, which is good that it's cheap, because we're going to be slacking a servo on it. So, let me show you this little guy. We don't have to use the whole gimbal, but I designed this a while ago for a prototype animatronic thing. This is just a 3-axis, like... it tilts this way, it tilts this way, and then this would spin this way. But we don't need this one if we're going to use it here. I remember when episode 1 came out, bought a droid carrier for $20! Oh, yeah. Hold on. The early ones were the best. I was getting them, let's see, for my age, I think it was when episode 2 or 3 came out. I think it was 3. 3 was when we were, or like, we got into it like a little after 2, so they were kind of selling off their stock, but 3 was about to come out. FNAF LARP win. That would be actually kind of funny. We make an animatronic, and then it's like the lights go out, and then the animatronic is gone. The rest of the stream is an ARG type thing where we're trying to escape. Oh, I forgot. Leaf money's worth even less. It's even less than burger money. In the world. It was a different world. I remember my brother, he asked for Christmas and he got it. It was like super expensive at the time, we considered it, but it was actually like 80 bucks, which nowadays it would be really cheap for this because it was the turbo tank, I think. It's like it had like a bunch of wheels. It came with like 8 guys. I think that was episode 3. There is at any time Lucasfilm is trying to make money on Star Wars, or I guess now Disney, a Lucasfilm at the time. There was always some movie out. My entire childhood. Alright, we're gonna take this guy out of this gimbal assembly because I think he's what we'll use to actually pull the trigger on this Nerf gun. We can use the rest of this for something if you think of something worth using. I was gonna say, you could have the gun and have, you know, chat could control the aiming. But, that doesn't really... I don't know if that's actually gonna do anything, because, like... What are you gonna do? You can only aim it... Like, you can't see... I'm gonna have a camera so that you can look me in the eye. So how would you aim it? I guess we could put a servo on the bottom at least to make it, like, turn or something. That could be potentially something. I don't know. We're in the brainstorming phase. As usual, at the beginning of the stream, we do a little brainstorming, we do a little planning before we get into the meat of the stream, where we start actually building the stuff. I'll put away the, these little guys for now, and I'll also put the nuts back on these. I need to, those are still downstairs. Then again, you know, we also have a plan. We could always just tape a knife to the robot. In fact, I thought of this before. I thought of this a few days ago. The problem with last time is that I just gave you guys a robot and nothing else. That was it. You could just drive it around. There wasn't so much of a goal. This time, I got a big pack of balloons. We can blow up the balloons and then see how many of them you can get. That's the forward-thinking, methods here. Yeah, forward, left. It's not on right now. It'll post in chat and say literal chatbot deployed when it's actually on. Oh, and then one final thing that we have that we can mess with for chat robots. This one is not a robot in the traditional sense, right? But it's a chat-controlled thing. I have the air horns from the Shrek Clock project. We can get these guys hooked up so that... I was gonna say, if a bit donation comes in, like if it detects that it starts with like cheer whatever, then we could have it blast the air horn, which is, this thing is stupid loud. So that one would have to be dono based, because otherwise you're gonna just scare the shit out of me constantly. And damage my hearing. Oi. How many balloons are in this? I think it's like 100 odd. We're not gonna blow up 100 balloons. But they're here. They're here for the taking. They're here for the popping with the knife robot. These are tiny balloons, bro.